Many people want to know what's the current status with 49ers Christian McCaffrey. And while we have to wait for practice to happen and really understand what his participation is going to be in the Vikings game coming up on Sunday, there's a lot of things to figure out. So, as it currently stands, we continue to hear reports from guys like Adam Schefter, now Ian Rapoport, basically talking about how they don't feel that Christian McCaffrey will be available to play in this game against the Vikings. Now, of course, we understand it's a fluid situation, so things can change in a hurry, just like they changed before Monday Night Football. But with Christian McCaffrey, I know a lot of people want to see him play. He's the reigning offensive player of the year. They want to see him out there. So I understand it. And of course, a lot of people have fantasy and all those different things riding on his participation and all those different things. So as we begin the week and before we really get into the practices, this is what we're hearing from Ian Rapoport. He doesn't really provide the most optimistic outlook, but this is what he's saying. So I wanted to bring it to you for you to hear, and then we will react to it on the other side. Take a listen to Ian Rapoport right here on Christian McCaffrey's availability for Sunday.
If he was on the field is now the big question for Christian McCaffrey. And it feels to me, just taking stock of the situation, talking to people involved, that Christian McCaffrey is a long shot to play this week against the Minnesota Vikings. And go back a couple days to Monday night. I think we all thought, in fact, the 49ers all thought that Christian McCaffrey was going to shake off some little tightness that he felt late in the week of practice, be able to work out and be able to play Monday night against the Jets, as he told reporters, as everyone had planned. He worked out pregame. It was just not quite right. And we talked a lot during the course of the preseason about Christian McCaffrey's calf injury. It is more than that. It is also Achilles tendonitis, which can really be troublesome. And as Kyle Shanahan noted, that's actually the injury that's giving Christian McCaffrey more trouble right now. It's the injury that is requiring more treatment than, I would say, the calf pull. So that is why Christian McCaffrey did not play on Monday night. It's a long season. He is as good as it gets. They want him healthy for the stretch run. So it makes sense for the 49ers to pull back a little bit and ensure when he hits the field again, he is fully healthy. And oh, by the way, the fact that you have Jordan Mason, the former undrafted free agent who came in, rushed for over 100 yards, ran incredibly hard and looked excellent against the Jets. The fact that you have him step in McCaffrey's place, not so bad.
So I shared with you yesterday what Adam Schefter said, not looking good for Christian McCaffrey potentially to play against the Vikings. Now Ian Rapoport is calling him a long shot to play, and it feels like this is potentially taking a turn. I don't know if something has happened internally where he's re-aggravated or potentially had some, more serious injury. Obviously, it came out that he has Achilles tendonitis, and on top of the calf situation, and it sounds like that it started as a calf and it's creeping into the Achilles. And obviously, the San Francisco 49ers have to be extremely cautious of this after what just happened with Dre Greenlaw. We saw how his Achilles, ruptured in front of all of our eyes and just trying to jog back onto the field. So the 49ers absolutely don't want something similar to happen with Christian McCaffrey. He just got a payday. He got a raise, got guaranteed money in the offseason. So they need to protect their investment because right now, it would be better to not have CMC in the early portion of the year if that means you have him for the long term on the back end of the season as you head into the playoffs. That is when you really need Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, Jordan Mason proved that he's more than capable. But again, the 49ers are very thin at running back all of a sudden because there's no Elijah Mitchell. He's on season-ending IR. Obviously, you have Isaac Guerrero. He didn't get a carry. They have Patrick Taylor. They're very thin at running back currently. So it's going to be quite the development. It's something that I think we need to pay attention to. I don't think we're exactly out of the weeds yet. I mean, obviously Kyle Shanahan's provided some optimistic thoughts on it by saying if it was a playoff game, he would be playing today. And, he did say that Christian is day to day. So it's not like he's ruled him out yet. But again, we got to get through a short week of practice to be able to determine if Christian McCaffrey can be available for that Sunday game against the Vikings. So I don't know, man. It's I would love to have more optimism about Christian McCaffrey's availability, but it just the vibes aren't trending in that direction so far. Obviously, we'll get more information, but man, unfortunate situation with what's going on with Christian McCaffrey. And again, Achilles tendonitis is a short-term injury, but you have to ensure there's no tears or like minor tears in the Achilles that can turn into bigger ruptures and things of that nature. So they just got to be very, very, very careful. And it's just a tough situation for CMC and the San Francisco 49ers. But let me know what you guys think. What do you think the 49ers should do? Do you think they should take it week by week? Do you think there's any opportunities that they should put CMC on short-term IR? What are your thoughts on how to manage this moving forward? I'm of the mindset would like to see it handled week to week. But again, if he is placed on IR, that would be a bigger indication that it's more serious than originally led on. So we'll have to see. I saw a tweet from Marco Martinez saying that there could be an instance where they put CMC on IR to let him rest. Again, I hope that's not the case because to me, that would be an indication that it's more serious. So I just hope that this thing can get resolved sooner rather than later because I guarantee not only I, but you want to see Christian McCaffrey back on the field again. So let me know what you guys think about all this and drop it in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.